Good morning. Hang on, I'm still trying to get the live on the other channel going here. Things a little different, so it's taking me a second to get together here. All right, good morning. Welcome to Heart's Discernment, also known as Morning Muse for the other channel. Okay, we are doing the Bible study today will be in Ecclesiastes. So, been a little crazy this morning. So I got up at 4 a.m. to get my husband off on the road safely and had a friend coming, and I baked a cake from scratch yesterday and I had to make the frosting. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm making frosting, letting animals out and gardening and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But it is all done now. We've got it all together, and my company is here, probably out on the patio watching this. Today, we're going to be talking in Ecclesiastes. I don't see anybody on yet. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started anyway. So, the value of diligence is what I want to talk about today. We're going to read Ecclesiastes. I always said Ecclesiastics, but that's not it. It's Ecclesiastes 11. And is that where I'm at? Yep. We're going to start in 1. And I was doing some studying also about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning on the patio, listening to the birds and drinking my coffee and just reading my Bible. And what a great way to spend your morning. If you've never done that, I really recommend you try, because it doesn't matter if you have all the animal sounds that I have. What matters is God's creation. It doesn't have to be a cow or a horse or a dog. It can just be the birds and the wind chimes and just the sounds. And shut your eyes and smell what it smells like, especially before a rain or after a rain. So amazing. God gave us so much to be thankful for. Okay, I'm going to read the scripture. I'm kind of all over the place today because my mind's going 100 miles an hour. I think it's almost nap time. The value of diligence. Ecclesiastes 11:1 is where we're starting. Cast your bread upon the water, for you will find it after many days. Give a serving to 7 and also to 8. For you do not know what evil will be on earth. If the clouds are full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if a tree falls to the south or to the north, in the place where the tree falls, there it shall lie. He who observes the winds will sow, and he who regards the clouds will not reap. As you do not know what is the way of the wind, for how the bones grow in the womb of her who is with child. So you do not know the works of God who makes everything. I'm going to stop there for just a second. Nope, I got one more. In the morning, sow your seed, and in the evening, do not withhold your hand, for you do not know which will prosper, either this or that. So I was reading a little bit of the study. So when it talks about at the beginning, when cast your bread upon the water, so the grain merchants in Solomon's day, get it with it. They would load up their ships and they would send off all the grains. And if you had the grain in a particular spot all locked up too long, it would get moldy and it would ruin that crop. And so it's saying casting their bread upon the water. That's what that means. They're putting their eggs in one basket, kind of, so to speak, and sending it off for merchant. If they delayed in sending the ship out, the grain would rot. Solomon warns against timidity and putting all one's grains in one ship, because life is uncertain and it's best to take calculated risks and also diverse efforts. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. If you put everything on one ship and it went rotten, you're done. It's over. But if you put a little bit over here and a little bit over there and a little bit over there and a little bit over there, three of them may rot, but one may prosper. We don't know what's going to happen in our future. We have to be diligent in our thoughts. We have to know what we're working towards. And I don't know about you, but I'm working my way to heaven. That's my goal. And so every day I try to get better and I try to pay attention to where I'm putting my grains, if you will. In the footnotes here, it says, because life between earth and eternity is uncertain, Solomon encouraged the faithful to be diligent in their relationships and involvements while they can, being benevolent, bold, and strong in the Lord, and working hard every day. Okay, and then there was a reference, and I know it was referring, well, I don't even know where the reference is at now, but I know it was in, was it in Proverbs or was it in, it was in Psalms. Wow, this is what happens when you take notes on the patio in the morning. Wow. I have no idea what happened to it. Anyway, it was Psalms. I believe it was Psalms 39. Great note taking, huh? Well, anyway, I guess it wasn't meant to be read because I can't find it, but I know there was a reference that referred me back to, I'm almost positive it was Psalms. That's where I have marked, but that could be wrong too. And then if you read past, if you read 7 and 8, truly the light is sweet and in pleasant, it is pleasant for the eyes. Behold the sun. But I, man, live many years and rejoice in them all. Yet let him remember the days of darkness, for there will be many. All that is coming is vanity. And that was, that talks about the importance of never taking for granted the dawn of a new day. Just because a person is here today does not guarantee tomorrow or the world will be the same. One of the realities of the earth is that life can change in an instant, and we all know about that. I mean, every single day there's something new that just says, wow, that should surprise me, but in this day and age, it kind of doesn't. We need to be diligent in praying for people. We need to be diligent in knowing what we're doing and guiding people for good, doing the right thing, loving on people and raising them up. I think that's all I got. I really just wanted to read that scripture today when I was studying. I wish I could find the reference. It was pretty amazing. Oh, is that it? No, that's not it either. Because I was looking up, what happened was I was looking something up this morning. Because I sit out in the barn. I let the horses out, and then I just sit out there under the awning, and I drink my coffee and I pray out there. That's like my sanctuary. I love to go out to my barn and just pray. And when I was sitting there praying this morning, all of a sudden this scripture popped in my head, and I was like, "Okay, Lord, I'll read it." So I get on my phone and I scroll through the Bible, and I'm trying to find that verse. And when I read that verse, something clicked to make me look up something else. And that was it. I was looking up the value of diligence because I'm always saying I'm trying to be diligent. I use that word a lot. I'm always trying to be diligent. This morning, I was being diligent, going out to the garden and checking and rotating every cantaloupe, every watermelon, making sure that I don't lose the crop to too much moisture or to not enough moisture, and making sure that I don't lose anything because I didn't pick it in time. I'm trying to be very diligent in my harvest. And the benefits that I'm reaping this year, God has blessed me with abundance. I've even been able to make a little bit of money by, I've given some away. People have purchased some from me, and it's been a blessing. It's been such a blessing, and I enjoy so much. If I could just be a baker, I would. I love to bake. I just sitting there, and when my girlfriend said, "Hey, I'm coming over," uh, I'm gonna see if my daughter will bake me a carrot cake. And I said, "I'll make one." And she says, "Oh no, I want it from scratch." And I said, "I didn't know there was another way to make a carrot cake." So I made a carrot cake, and this morning I was up making the cream cheese frosting for her and put it on there and topped it off with a little fresh, shaved carrots. And I just enjoy that so much. And I never really do that except for I mean, yeah, you do it at Christmas time, but it's kind of like because it's almost like a tradition. You almost have to. Um, but in the summertime, it's a blessing because everything is fresh. And it just reminds me of the abundance that God gives to us. And I'm just so grateful for everything he gives, but I do my diligent work in making sure everything is just right and making sure I've picked more green beans today so I can blanch them and freeze some more today to make sure that I have some from 2 weeks ago, some from last week, some from this week so I can rotate that. It Does this make sense? I mean, it's just Oh, I'm sorry, Dana. I just now saw that. The scripture was Ecclesiastes. We basically read 1 through 8. Ecclesiastes 1 through 8. No, Ecclesiastes 11, 1 through 8. Sorry. Um, so when I started reading that, and then wherever I read the reference, I went over and read that, and it kind of just reiterated this scripture. And I thought that's perfect. And now I can't find that reference to save my life. But apparently that's not the importance. That was just saying, yes, that is true. That is what you need to be talking on today. So it's the value of diligence. And so whatever you're doing, do it with a full heart. Do it with the desire, the compassion, the love. Do it with joy. I mean, doesn't the Bible say that? Do it with a cheerful heart, do it with a joyful heart, however it's said. We need to be doing things because we love to do it. There's so many people that have horrible jobs that say, I just don't like my job, but I have to stay there because of the money. I truly believe if you find a passion and you're doing what you love, the money will be there. It will follow somehow. And that somehow is the same person who takes care of us daily. I say person, I'm not really sure how to refer to God when you're talking like that, but he takes care of us. He lifts us. If we have a joyful heart in what we're doing, the abundance is going to be there. Now, trust me, I hate weeding the garden. Last year, the garden got overtaken by weeds because I did not understand how I had to be out there every day weeding it. I thought that there's no way. Well, I found out what I was doing wrong. I talked to a gardener friend of mine and she says, "Oh, Ginger, you're not doing it right. You have to do this." And I went out there and did it. As soon as the plants got visible, I started doing it every day. After I did it every day, I didn't need to do it every day anymore. I had to do it for the first week. After that, once a week. After that, once a month. And then we just till down the aisles. It's being taught, it's being guided, it's learning, it's growing. And now I enjoy doing it. We have to love what we're doing. I love getting on here every day and talking with you all. I don't have the answers all the time. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I enjoy it and I love it. And I love the fellowship with you guys. I love when you guys talk back and put in your input. It's just a joy for me. The point to all this is be diligent in what you're doing. Do it with joy. Love on others. And don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? Cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days. Give a serving of 7, also to 8. For you do not know what evil will be on earth. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if the evil on the earth smashes it, it's all gone at once. Spread it out. Spread your love. Spread your joy. Spread your diligence on all things. All right. Let's see what y'all are saying this morning. Blessings and prayers for lunch today. Yes, the lunch is at noon today that my mother is hosting. Good luck with that. I sent her a text first thing this morning. What time is it? Let me know how it goes. I'm really excited for it. We'll all find out Monday. I enjoy being here in our community every day. Thank you. Let's see, no comments over there. All right. I read this little post this morning and I said it on the other channel. There was a little boy and a bunny rabbit, and there was a tree that had broke over, so it's like cracked right here, and the whole top of the tree is laying down on the ground, and there's the stump. And the little boy's sitting there with this little rabbit, and the little boy says, "After every storm, the only thing standing is the grass." And the rabbit said, "Sometimes being soft is being strong." And so I've been complaining, not really complaining, but I've been telling you how I've been getting a lot softer and a lot more emotional and how hard it is and how hurtful it is to me. And I don't like it, but I know it's God's will and it needs to happen. So I'm trying to breathe through it and accept it. And when I read that this morning, I thought, you know what? I've been through all the hard stuff. Now things are going to seem hard to me because I'm being soft. But being soft is where you can come from a place of love. It's a place where you can enjoy where you're at. And so being soft really is being strong. Think about it. If you're in a car accident, they tell you to go limp. Because being soft, your body's stronger. That's all I got for you today. Okay, Lynn B was on the call last night on the Fortified class. It was a really good class last night. We're 3 away from knowing the rest of that we're learning. And that's something I got to work on. I hate being left hanging. I need to know what those last 3 are. Aunt Lynn is not home yet. She is doing better. She can put a little bit of weight on her foot as long as she has the boot on. So she's doing good. Keep Dennis in your prayers for his colon polyps. Brenda with the double mastectomy, man, she is doing fantastic, at least according to her pictures and what she's saying. She's feeling good. She's just still waiting on those results. Kim is still recovering from her surgery very well. Keep her in your prayers, and please keep Willow in your prayers, that her mind will clear and that God will touch her and she will reach close to Jesus, so we can keep her mind at ease and not wanting to take her own life. I think that's all we have for prayer requests today. I hope you all have the best weekend. Please remember this weekend to do everything you do this weekend with a loving heart. If you're going to gripe and complain about doing it, just don't do it. If you have to do it, find something to be joyful in that. Then go do it. Love you all. Bye-bye. Hello. Hi, babe.